Yield farming has turned out to be one of the most unique ways of earning a passive income through cryptocurrency. It has never been easier to earn money while sitting at home with a minimal, risk-free investment on Polygon. In this video, we'll be teaching you all about yield farming, Polygon, and how you can earn stable passive income using them. Let's begin. Polygon. Polygon is a protocol that helps connect all sorts of Ethereum-compatible blockchains together. It helps create a seamless multi-chain Ethereum ecosystem and is generally considered one of the most secure and investive multi-chain systems in the crypto world. Ethereum is the most advanced and popular blockchain development platform in the world, but there is very little cohesion between all the different blockchains, which hold the platform back. Polygon solves an essential problem that many people have with Ethereum's blockchain compatibility. Staking. To understand staking, you need to know the difference between the proof of work and the proof of stake system. The proof of work system was the most common way to validate transactions in cryptocurrency blockchains. It required incredibly powerful computers across the world solving challenging mathematical equations around the world, which would then validate each and every transaction on the blockchain and add more blocks to the chain. This was by far the most popular way of validating transactions back in the day. But because of the computing power that was required to do this, many environmentalists started to point out the disastrous effects this sort of energy consumption is having and would have on the world. This led to many companies, such as Tesla, banning Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies using proof of work as a valid medium of exchange earlier this year, causing the crypto market to crash. It was clear now that the crypto industry had to come up with an alternative to proof of work as a system of validation. And that alternative turned out to be proof of stake. Proof of stake uses a system in which only holders of a specific coin can validate or mine that coin. The mining power that is required by the proof of stake system is a fraction of the proof of work system. Each miner on this system is given the power that is directly proportional to the number of coins they hold. For each transaction that is validated by the system, the miner earns a small commission, which can add up over time. Generally, the more coins you hold, the more likely it is that your coin will be chosen to validate a purchase and earn you a commission. Yield farming. Yield farming is also known as liquidity harvesting. Basically, it's kind of like putting your money into a savings account and earning interest by technically lending the bank some money. With yield farming, you're essentially lending cryptocurrency to potential DeFi users, and in return, you earn interest in the form of the cryptocurrency you're lending. This part is pretty simple, but it's almost nothing in comparison to the potential return on investment that yield farming can have. You can double, triple, or even quadruple your investment in yield farming if the price of the coin you lent sharply appreciates. Instead of being a simple loan you give out to someone, yield farming is an entire investment strategy. Yield farming is an incredibly risky investment, yet it's the primary factor behind the rapid growth of decentralized finance, or DeFi, an industry that has grown from just $100 million to over $10 billion over the course of a year. It has also, in turn, actually stabilized some cryptocurrencies that would normally be volatile. Yield farming can also refer to staking a cryptocurrency into a liquidity pool based on smart contracts. If you want to take a less risky route, you can also try to yield farm on a stablecoin, which are coins that are usually pegged to a real-world currency like the dollar or the euro. And with that, you can simply earn interest without the hassle of signing complicated contracts or working with banks. Yield farming protocols also allow investors to earn governance tokens in various different cryptocurrencies. These tokens can be traded on various exchanges such as Binance and Uniswap. Most yield farmers will move their funds around various different protocols in order to maximize their profits as much as they can. As you can probably assume, it's a very complicated process that requires a lot of knowledge and active research to pull off successfully. However, If you do manage to pull it off, which isn't that difficult if you simply put in the right amount of research, it can be one of the most profitable investments you can ever make in your life. Just in this past year alone, there have been countless yield farming millionaires that started off with almost nothing. What are the risks? As we've already mentioned, there are still a lot of risks surrounding yield farming. While some people have managed to game the system, most people don't do nearly enough research when yield farming and end up losing a lot of money in the process. Since most yield farming protocols use smart contracts, some of them can be severely underfunded and have many bugs within the protocol. This is an obvious risk if you want to keep your investments safe. Buggy protocols can be easily targeted by various hackers, and if you don't know much about smart contract security yourself, it can be really easy to invest in something you do not want to be investing in. Even in some of the more secure protocols, vulnerabilities can appear all the time. After all, it's based on AI, which means there can always be more security. Of course, in most cases, you should have no problem. And even big banks and traditional financial institutions get hacked all the time. But this is still something you should keep in mind before investing in yield farming. Finally, there's always the risk that the cryptocurrency you invested in can lose all of its value or crash. If you're locked into a contract and can't just take out your investment whenever you want, it can be almost tragic to see the price of the coin fall with you not being able to do anything about it at all. This is perhaps the main reason why most people avoid yield farming, since to earn the most amount of profit possible, you need to invest in newer cryptocurrencies, and you never really know where those cryptocurrencies will end up and whether they'll be a success or failure. How to get started. Now that you know some of the advantages and disadvantages of yield farming, let's go through some of the ways you can yield farm on Polygon. One of the leading yield farming protocols is Aave, and you can use it on Polygon as well. Aave has over $1.6 billion locked in the Polygon market so far, and it's only getting more and more popular with time. To start, you need to head over to Aave and connect it to the Polygon market. Then, connect your wallet to Aave. There will be a big connect button on the website. Make sure that your preferred network is Polygon mainnet. The next step is choosing your deposit asset. This can be any cryptocurrency you already hold in your wallet. When you click on any of the deposit assets, it'll give you the full market information about that asset and will also tell you the maximum borrowing power an asset has. It'll tell you how much an asset has been borrowed and how much the total supply of an asset is as well. Aave also allows you to borrow against your crypto assets as collateral. You can use the maximum loan-to-value chart that will be provided to you as a guide on what to borrow. Borrowing is usually less risky than actual investing. There are also a few other yield farming protocols such as QuickSwap, SushiSwap, Curve, and DFYN. Yield farming can earn you all kinds of different rewards, which is usually a plus on top of the returns you already expect to get. Final thoughts. Overall, is yield farming a good way to earn passive income? Yes and no. Yes, if you're willing to put in all the extra research and effort that's required for you to make this a viable option. And no, if you're simply looking for some extra cash without having to do much for yourself. Always remember, research can make even the riskiest of options viable for anyone. And all the research is just a Google search away. That's a wrap for how to yield farm on Polygon. Do you think that yield farming is here to stay? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. See you in the next one.